Hey, welcome everyone. Tom here, Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in insane markets. It is Thursday at 8:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, January 16th, 2025. Here's the daily update. Sorry, I've been away for a couple of days. I went traveling, went on a little bit of a fishing excursion for a few days. Came back. It was really lousy weather where I was. I couldn't believe it, but it happens. We could plan everything except for the weather. So we're going to be starting off our day with dollar yen, and I have to admit I have to eat crow. I was completely wrong in dollar yen. I thought dollar yen was going to move upward this week. If you go back and look at the weekly analysis, you can see what I said about it. Was wrong. I did say I would never stand in the way of a freight train. However, the weekly points were spot on. So it's important. Everything is important. It's the little details that you got to pay attention to, especially in trading anything. So dollar yen as it stands right now, if you go to the weekly level, there was a level. Let me see if I could pull a weekly up. See if the levels are still there. Should be, because I didn't touch them. Hang on here. What happened? My weekly levels disappeared on me. All right. Nevertheless, we had a level down there. You could go check the video out. I don't remember exactly where it is, but let's go to the 4-hour, the 1-hour chart. Sorry, 1-hour chart. So as we stand right now, we have what I consider to be, an ice line right at this 156.30 level. If we can get through that, we're attempting to get through that. Let's just look at the market structure. We had a deeper low here. We had a low, we had a lower high, we had a deeper low here. The break point was that low, 155.20. Now the market rallied up to 156.30, and then it came off, and it created a higher low right now. So really, the breakout really would be above this 156.30. Where could it run to? Well, it could run back up to this one. I would go 156. I would go this low bar's close. I'm still think dollar yen is going to go up. Now this is a bias on my part, and I'm very well aware of it. I'm going to trade what I see, but really I think dollar yen should go up. But right now they are driving sterling yen down through dollar yen weakness, and they kind of pinned cable. Although cable has fallen significantly, it's basically been pinned, and we're going to get into sterling next. But I think the breakout is right here. Right now, it has to hold. Once again, if it can't break this high, in order to show any type of strength, it has to hold above 75. 79, that's good enough. It's got to hold above 155.79. If it doesn't, we're going to break down. We're going to test this low bar's close, 50, okay, and then it opens up its way to test that bottom. If that bottom breaks, we're looking at 154.80-ish. And then I'd have to start saying, hey, Tom, you're completely way off, and you better rethink this whole dollar yen bid scenario. But I was right with sterling yen. So let's go over sterling dollar. Okay, sterling dollar right now. Let me get my volatility sheets. The critical price for sterling dollar today right now is 121.48. What I did was I went back to this low bar's close right there. I went a little bit less. I gave it a little bit of skid. I think that if it breaks 121.48, we're going back to that 120.95 level. Now, if that goes, then it's opening its way up to the 19. We're going to go to that 120.20 that we've been talking about forever, and then we got 119.85 underneath that. The only way this thing shows any type of strength is if it gets above 122.80, 122. Really, I'm going to say it needs to get above this. this level right here. And we're quite a distance away from it. Right now we're trading in a big rectangle, but it's really showing bearishness. Excuse me. Damn cigar smoke. Let's go over to sterling yen. That's the one. That's crazy, man. I saw this the other day. I was like, wow, what nice volatility in sterling yen. It's been really interesting cross currency to be involved with. It made a nice plummet down to 190.07 and then reversed back up to like 192, like 40-ish, 192. Actually, it went to 192.99, and then it fell from there. I'll tell you a quick story. My fishing trip, when we first went back up to 192.99, I was looking at my my prices, and I made a trade. I sold 192.73s, and I put my stop at 192.97. I went away, I was like, all right, and I put my take profit at 191, the figure. It fell to 190, fell to 192.30, rallied, took my stop out by one tick, and then collapsed down. And, it reminded me of a story that Dr. David Paul once said, which I thought was really interesting. He said, really what you should do is you should put your order, if you want to sell, put your order where you think your stop should be. So like put an order in the marketplace at 192.95, and then, raise your stop level up for whatever whatever distance you're going to use, and then let it ride. If I would have done that, that would have been a perfect trade. It would have, if my broker should have hit me, because it did go 97 bid, so he should have hit me. So that's my story of sterling yen. But anyway, what's going on now? Well, we made a low of 189.76. That was an important point. If you go back to the weeklies, you could see that point on the weekly charts. I don't know if I still have it. Yeah, well, I think I erased my weeklies, which I shouldn't have done, but somehow something happened. Let's get rid of that. The only way, like short term today, if it shows strength, showing that it's trying to grind back up through maybe potentially dollar yen moving up and sterling dollar staying pinned. It's got to stay above it. Right now it is showing a little bit of strength, so it's got to stay above really the critical price is right here, 189, 190, 28. That's the critical price on a day. It's got to stay above this price in order to try to get back up to, say, 190, right? This high again, 190.92. It's not really much right there. And then it has a potential to come back up here. If it breaks back down and you see dollar yen folding, or they're hitting sterling dollar, then they're pushing this cross down, and they're moving it back down towards the 189, say 50 level, even potentially 188.90. So watch, that's the critical price right now at 8:17 in the morning. Euro yen, here's another crazy cross. Let's look at euro yen. Let me study it a little bit, and then the critical resistance right now is 160.56. Okay, it needs to get above 160.56 to show any type of strength to potentially go to like up in this area over here, maybe, like right up in here, 161. And then if it does, so we could say this consolidation area right here, so like 161.20, something like that. It's also showing weakness. So if we stay below this, we have a low, recent low today of 159.74. Really, this thing is going like, 157.55. It's opening its way up to 157.55. Hang on, let me put a level down there. That's like a target down lower. 157. It's quite a distance. Nice. It's a nice move. Right there, 157, say 57. That's close enough. That's like a target. It needs to get above this to actually show any type of strength to basically try to take us back up. Now, it could happen through dollar yen and the euro staying stable. We were very close to parity in the euro dollar. So, I mean, we were almost there. I was talking about parity last year, just a few weeks ago, and we came very, very close to it. So, right now, I think that we are in a kind of consolidation, but I'm still, I think, bearish on the sterling yen and the euro yen. Dollar yen, it's got to get above that 156.30 level to try to get any strength to punch up a little bit. Then you got to watch the euro dollar and the sterling dollar. If it's staying pinned, then the crosses are going to move up. They're going to gravitate up. If they're selling off the continentals, and the British pound, because it's not really continental, it's off the coast, then the crosses are going to continue lower. But you have resistance at 160, really 80. Hang on here. Let's see. Let me just make sure. Let's see. Well, actually, the resistance at 162.20. That's where the main resistance is right now. 162.22. So if we could get above this, we can probably gravitate to 162.22. It's going to meet resistance here, and then I think it will trade back down. If we can't get above this, if we break this low, we're really heading towards well, we got 150, 157.55 is the next volatility level I have. So it's really opening up for a downward push. Okay, so there's the crosses and the euro, sterling dollar and dollar yen for the day. And remember always, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Share my videos far and wide. Want to build a big trading community. Also, remember, trade what you see. Enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.